Welcome to another episode of It's Debatable NFL Edition. I'm your host, Justin Jones, here with co host Sebastian. I apologize if I'm not all there right now. Got some bad news. Whoever's following any type of sports platform is seeing that LeBron is making a big announcement tomorrow to where he's going to be sitting across from a man none of us have ever seen before and drop some major news, I'm assuming so. If it's retirement, it's debatable NBA edition. Will go on without me. I won't be a part of the NBA thing anymore. I'll need some time. Seb could run the platform. But I'm just need some time to myself. Go ahead, Seb. I need a minute.
Woo! All right, so we had NFL Sunday just passed. What is it? Week 4? We was on a week 5. I believe we're on week 5. Yeah, week 5 of the NFL. Justin brought the topics up for us today. Started with our first topic is our my Chargers, led by Justin motherfucking Herbert, just dropped their second loss of the season to the Washington Commanders with a big comeback from Jaden Daniels coming back from injury. If I start off by saying nothing went right that game, I just feel the offense was shitty. Nobody could get going. The run game has been goddamn awful, and it's led by a rookie running back in Amarion Hampton too. Couldn't gain no gainage of yardage. Had a bunch of rush attempts though, which didn't amount to nothing. When I look at the passing game, it was stopped short too. Um, yeah, and I'm looking at it. We couldn't execute nothing down on offense. A lot of times we're at the 4th and 1, or I mean, we're at the 1 or the 2 yard line. We couldn't get nothing going. It got to a point where Myron Hampton got hurt. That we had another backup. I forgot this kid name, number 30. He gave us more rushes and a better position than Amarian Hampton did too, as well too. So I'm looking at it like that. Keenan Allen went down once again. Congratulations to Keenan Allen for 1,000 career receptions too, as well. But it was just a shit show to begin with and to end with. When you put up only 10 fucking points, it says a lot about the offense right now. Where are the guys that we was raving about? Lad McConkey got in there for the first drive of the game, and after that, he went ghost. Quinn Johnson, I thought he was supposed to step up. Haven't seen him too. So it's with this Chargers team right now. You had your highs, and now you're gonna go to your lows of the season too. So this is a chance for them to snap out of it. Very disappointed too. This was a game that was supposed to test you on how well you bounce back from your first loss of the season, and you went out there, and then Jaden Daniels actually absolutely stole the show once again. Him and Debo Samuels had a great connection going for the most part of the game. The Jacoby Crossmith, I forgot how to pronounce his last name, so I'm gonna say the Jacoby kid, the running back for the Commanders, was doing his thing. I believe he had 2 touchdowns. I believe, yeah, that was his coming out party for being a rookie. He was doing his thing too as well. And I'm just looking at across the board, they were just hooping on all cylinders. The defense was nowhere to be found. You could even buy a tackle. If the tackle was on sale, the Chargers was not buying that shit, would not be able to get that shit. There's a lot of time where I seen Jaden Daniels had too much room to operate in the pocket and really analyze who does he have hoping. The run game couldn't be stopped whatsoever. Shit, if you ran the ball, you probably could have got a couple first downs against this fucking Chargers defense. So it was awful on defense on both sides of the floor too. This is a team that probably gonna have to have a players meeting and snap out this fucking funk already, man. You dropped 2 after having a good 3-0 start to the season. This is when y'all gotta look at yourselves in the mirror and say, where do we need to get better at? We can't go and win 3, then fucking drop 3. Now we're at 500. That don't make sense. It don't make sense though. So this is a hard look at for Justin Herbert himself too. He got to hold some type of accountability, and just overall the whole team on defense too. Defense has looked like crap for the past 3 games. I'll say it now. 3 fucking games you look like crap.
Um, this was a game to where I said this was the game I wanted to see the most out of the games out of the Sunday. Really to see one, how did Jaden Daniels come back, just from being injured? How was he going to be connecting with his receivers? How is he going to lead the offense? And just how was he just going to look? He passed all the tests because I seen that the one thing I love about Jaden Daniels is that he's always poised. He never looked like he gets rattled. He never looks like the big moment is gonna get to him. Because if you look at this game, the Chargers come out and they go up 10-0. All right, so I'm thinking this is like the Chargers. They're gonna bounce back off that loss to where they lost to the New York Giants, and they was really gonna try to put belt to ass and just give Jaden Daniels his welcome back party. Like I said, they got to that 10-0 lead, and then Jaden Daniels just brought his group together. He starts charging them down the field. It ends up being a tie game going into the second half. They had that late drive at the second quarter, which was what shout out to Debo Samuel for getting them into field goal range. They end up tying it up. It was 10-10. And then ever since then, the Commanders just never look back. This is a good football team. I didn't like some of the moves they made in the offseason, losing some of the players that they had. But the addition of Debo Samuel has been beneficial. So he's looked decent. I think now that, once again, their quarterback is back, now they can start building on, better, just building on the momentum they just got from this game and just get better with their defensive coverages, just get better, just with their offensive schemes. The receivers now know that they have their guy back, so they're gonna even look better. The Commanders now are at 3-2, so that's a good, well, not good, but decent place to be in right now. We're gonna see what they have to do, well, what they're gonna do moving forward to really try to secure a playoff spot. And just for the Chargers, right? I wanted to see where was Justin Herbert's mental gonna be at, right? Because just not all people are the most mentally strong in the sport, and especially you have to be that in football. I spoke about, just the off the field things that happened with that last game, right? They lost to the Giants, but once again, when I seen all the things that was happening between him and Jason Dart and his girl, that could really fuck somebody up. It had nothing to do about football. That can just put you in a different space. He just got to get it together. It was all fun when it was 3-0 and everyone's laughing and giggling, and then when you start losing one game, it turned to two games, and now you're on a losing streak.
Now
So
you want to pass you a towel. Now
like,
the big kid is not even pass you a Gatorade. Your teammates looking
like,
at you.
yeah, those little snow bunnies that used to come watch you, now you're seeing less and less of them. Feel me? They're going out of New York to watch the Giants.
Now
So
you aunties. Now you seen grandmas.
yeah, man. So who does the Chargers play next? Who's their next opponent?
I'll tell you right now,
Let's
and
see, could they really bounce back, or is this gonna get even worse for them?
it's looking 500. But Chargers I stand, and of course you don't have. Well, you play the Dolphins.
Yeah. So what the Dolphins? What can go wrong? Will go wrong. So
How about,
I'll be so.
how about just, how about just, because, bro, I'll be the first to say it, bro. If you lose to the fucking Dolphins next football Sunday, bro, you're fucking done, bro. You go in the next 4 games, I don't give a fuck. You don't lose to the Dolphins right now, bro. Them niggas are vulnerable, bro. Mind you, they had a chance.
I see it. No, listen. I want to explain two things to you. So you all know we all do the tickets. I like to do the 1 o'clock games first, just to see what's really going on. The two games I'm looking at that we had, I needed to go Broncos, Eagles, Dolphins, Panthers. Both the Eagles and the Dolphins had the chance to win these games, bro. The Broncos just go down. Shout out to Sean Payton just for, having belief in his QB, and for them to go for two and not for that field goal. There's certain plays that always are very, very, very meaningful and could really change the outlook of a game. And them going for two right there when they could have went for the field goal to tie it was a great move, and they executed. They ended up winning that game, even though Jalen Hurts tried for the game winning touchdown pass, and then it was looking like AJ Brown almost got in the way of Devontae Smith, and they was all jumping up down there, so they wasn't able to get it done. They got their first loss of the season, so that screwed me over. And then the next one, bro, the damn Dolphins, bro. There was, I believe, there was I correct me if I'm wrong. Was up 17-0.
Yeah, 17-zip. They was feeling good, man. Devon
Go
Nation.
into that fourth quarter, you let Bryce Young come back and win this fucking game. Now, shout out to Doddle, right? Is that how
We
you pronounce it?
go.
Bro? He was playing great, and shout out to who's the announcer that they had covering that game. The same one
Eric
that does
Eric Son, the nigga that does the Hornets
the
announcer.
same one that does the Hornets game.
Eric Thomas, I think. Yeah.
He was making Doddle just sound like a superstar. Like
We go.
it was just like it made like the play better than even what it was because it was like especially now if you're going for the Dolphins, him yelling that hurt your heart. So it's just like
Rico with
it's
the
just
10 at the 30, 20. Oh, he's in that. Yo,
you
Eric
know like,
Collins, yo.
it's like the speed on this guy. Wow, like I'm like yo, like this is just
Yo,
too
now he
much.
made the game more interesting. I'm watching the red zone. I'm just like, wait, I know this nigga's voice. Yo, that's
No,
fucking Eric Collins.
nah, son, they need
Yo,
him
the fucking
everywhere.
goat.
Look, they need his energy is just unmatched. It was hurting my heart though, because I needed the Dolphins minus 1.5.
Bro, you took the Dolphins, bro?
You want me
You
to take the
trust
Panthers?
Tua?
No. So it's not about trusting two. It's about who they're playing. If you're playing dog shit and you're a little better than dog shit, I'll expect you to win.
But they're
I'm
not,
not there.
bro. They kind of
The Panthers? No. So I go off who. This is just me. You can have all these great players on defense. You can might have a good receiver. You might have a good running back. I go off not all the time as the quarterback. Bryce Young. Now he won that game and has looked a little better than last season.
Yeah,
But Tua and this squad, they were the favorites for a reason. They weren't the underdogs going into this game. They was at home.
yeah,
Yeah,
but me
yeah.
and you,
But not last year. I think they was on the road.
they
Yeah, I
were on
think.
the road. They were on the road. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
look
were
at
on
it.
the road. But still, yeah. I took the Dolphins.
Oh, we
Yes, I
really
did.
watched Tua choke throughout the whole season, bro. The only win they got is really because it's the fucking Jets. No disrespect to your team. No disrespect. But that's really the only win that they got. We've seen them throw away how many games now?
Oh, okay.
So it
Okay.
was a
Okay.
toss-up game for me.
I trust CTE Tua over Bryce Young. That's just me. If you want to Bryce Young, go ahead. I mean,
Bro.
there. That's like picking fucking dog shit and diarrhea. Like this ain't that like nigga. It ain't that.
Bullshit more solid though.
Like look, it came down to the final minute, so it's not like the team blew the other one out. The
But
Dolphins should have won the fucking game.
if y'all,
I'm thinking once fucking Jaden Waddle caught that last one for like damn near 70 yards.
yo,
I'm
he won
like,
me my
yeah,
fantasy, bro.
like
Yo, for all my fantasy people, man, Jaden Waddle becoming wide receiver one's the best thing you could do. And if you picked up Rico Dotto off the waiver claims, you got yourself 30 fantasy points. So shout out to all my fantasy
yeah.
people for that. Though I have to throw that part in though. But
And this football thing is really a week by week because now Donald could look like shit next week, and I wouldn't bat an eye and these. So it's really a week by week. Who the hell knows? But with all these football Sundays now, you just got to be right in the moment. But we kind of got off track. We was talking about the Commanders and the damn Chargers. You said the Chargers played the Dolphins. I would expect them to win that game because the
yeah,
Dolphins
you gotta
played.
win that game.
They
Nigga, not only you win, and hold on, my fault to cut you off. Y'all gotta hear me the fuck out here. Y'all don't win that game. Y'all gotta beat the fuck out of these niggas, man. This is the fucking laughing stock of the. You know, before we started this pod about the NFL, to me, I thought the Cowboys were the laughing stocks of the league, man. It's the fucking Miami Dolphins, bro. And if you anyhow we lose to the fucking Dolphins, bro, I'm buying the Justin Herbert jersey and I'm throwing it in the garbage like Skip Bayless. Like this. I'm like this. Just like that, bro. It can't take you. There's no way, bro. You come off 3-0 in the season, bro. You beat the Chiefs. You beat Bo Nix. Everybody beats the fucking Raiders, man. I'm not, man. Technically, we
shout out Geno Smith who has stole money from Oakland. Should be prosecuted. 9 interceptions, and we're going into week 6. 9 interceptions.
him and Jake Brown are having a contest to see who's more shit.
But no, but Geno Smith has stolen money. He was paid
That's highway robbery.
75 million over the next
You're
2 years. Jake
fucking
Browning was a backup QB who wasn't expecting to play. So I'm giving him that benefit of the doubt. Geno Smith is a veteran QB who apparently has
no, he's not
who
a
who
veteran.
apparently is related to Stevie
Fucking
Wonder because the nigga can't see.
Geno Smith is a fucking thief, man. He's a thief. You don't do that type of shit, bro. You don't do that type of shit. Brock Bowers has fucking regressed under Geno Smith. Jacoby Myers, who I thought was a solid player, has regressed under him, man. The only nigga that could absolutely do no wrong is Ashton Genty because he's a fucking rookie. Can't do no wrong in that system. But other than that, though, this team has looked like shit.
Nah,
But
yeah.
yet, the Miami Dolphins still get all the hate, though, just because just because it's funny.
Nah, the Dolphins just like the coach never showed no emotion. That nigga just has checked out. He's just collecting the check.
That nigga's
But
hot, bro. He's on shrooms coaching.
nigga said shrooms. But
Bro,
shout out to the Commanders. You said what?
what's that nigga named Mike?
I be forgetting his name, so I just be saying the Dolphins coach. I be forgetting that nigga's name. But shout out to them and shout out to the Washington Commanders once again for getting that W. The Chargers, you don't want to lose three in a row. Because it's looking like the Chiefs, are starting to pick up momentum, right? And we can just discuss that one's fuck it. We'll just discuss that next. Monday Night Football is tonight. Chiefs, Jaguars. The Jaguars, who are surprisingly good. I don't want to say they have a good record right now. I feel like they can just fall off the earth at any second. But as of right now, I think believe they're 3-1. So you just gotta go by their record. They are finding a way to win these games. Travis Hunter has been out there playing, but hasn't been that top pick that we've all expected. He's been okay. But to give up draft picks and things like that, to move up to get somebody like that, you do that, right? Because you're expecting him to be that guy from college that can play both ends of the field and look great. But we all knew it. He had to know this. Playing both fields in college and playing both sides of the field in the NFL is two different things. So you're not gonna have that same production. Patrick Beverly averaged like 40 in high school. He's not just gonna do that in the NBA. It's just a different level of talent. That wasn't a shot at Pat Bev, but just trying to give people that point that. So shout out to the Jaguars though. They have found once again a way to win these games. Chiefs, who are now starting to pick up momentum, are starting to get healthy. I believe Rice comes back next week. I don't think he comes back this week. So once they get fully healthy, once again, this is when I really want to judge this team. They have won their last two games. So yeah. Now it was against the Giants and the Ravens who have completely fell apart. And Seb, don't think I've been forgetting our bet. Like every loss is looking a little less for them to make these playoffs, brother. Like
Remind
I'm
me,
a-
what's our bet again?
Ah, here we go. Like
Remind me. Stop, stop,
no, no,
stop,
no.
stop.
Hold on, hold on. It's $100 that the fucking Ravens will not make the playoffs. That was the bet.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
You believe I asked hold on, somebody say this back. I
Stop,
asked
stop,
this
stop,
nigga.
stop,
I
stop.
said, do
It's
you
fine.
believe? No, 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 no.
Consider
I
it money
asked you, I
Moneybags
said,
Ravens.
do
You
you
win. You
believe?
win. You win. You win. You win. You fucking win, bro. Don't get me started on these fucking Ravens, man. Don't get me
But
started.
hold on, Sub. Wait, I'm gonna let you go. But listen, I asked you, I said, so you believe in Cooper Rush? You said, yes. Yes, you said it with a straight face. Yo, now he's got everybody like yo, yo. Shout out to the Texans, right? Because now they got their motherfucking groove back after they fucking beat up on the goddamn Ravens who couldn't do shit, right? Shout out to Derrick Henry for helping one of my damn tickets by getting a touchdown, but besides that, yeah, the team just that team isn't good. But that's another topic for another day. We talked about the Ravens last week. We'll get back to them. The Chiefs, though, won their last two once again against the Giants and the Ravens. This will be somewhat of a test. I'm expecting the Chiefs to win this game. I don't expect Trevor Lawrence to outplay Patrick Mahomes, right? And I think that is what is going to come down to. Trevor Lawrence is either the best QB in the NFL one weekend or the next one he's the worst QB in the NFL. So you never really know what you're going to get. I know what I'm about to get from this Chiefs team. Patrick Mahomes is going to continue to get more comfortable, like I said, as he continues to get his weapons back. Um, yeah, have too much of a big take on this. I think the Chiefs win this. I don't want to say convincingly, but I don't know what the spread is, but I would definitely take them minus 7.5. I'm not mad at that at all. Um, yeah, I got the Chiefs.
Right now with the spread is because I'm taking them money line. Chiefs are 8-3 in Monday night football games. So for all the sports bettors out there, you take that statistic and then you run with it and you do what you do for your parlays. Though, Patty Mahomes, baby,
Nah, yeah, I definitely would expect the Chiefs to win this.
minus two and
Good,
a half,
good. The minus 2.5.
three.
No, yeah, I'm not surprised just based on how the season has gone, but I would just never bet against Patrick Mahomes. I just won't do it. I remember the day I bet against Tom Brady when they played those Atlanta Falcons. And I bet one of my roommates in college. And I'm thinking I had the money one, third quarter, everything's looking good, and then shit just hit the fan. So that's when I learned to never bet against Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. I forgot when I bet against him, but never again. So Chiefs win tonight.
Thinking the same thing. Right now, what I've seen of the Chiefs is just a bunch of momentum that they got going towards their side too. I think everybody has found an interesting groove, especially Patrick Mahomes having his receivers, as in Juju Smith, as well as retaining Xavier Worthy back, and just a surprise person from Tyquan Thornton too. I think that's a name that's gotten thrown under the bus. Hasn't really been talked about a lot. I think in these past couple games, he scored at least these two games that they won, if I'm not mistaken, too. A very deep threat receiver, somebody that's really filled in the role for getting them some type of offense, getting going when nobody else has really has. I'm still waiting to see how it looks between Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Those are two running backs that shares equivalent touches, but one is on the end of their career and one is, feel me, relatively young though. So who's gonna take that step up and be? It's damn near having two running back ones. Nobody has really taken the initiative to really take control for this team. So it's a whole lot going for this Chiefs team. Like you said, Rashida Rice comes back, I believe, next week or the following week. I'm not too sure. But yet they found a way to put themselves in a position to find some type of momentum too. And this is going to be a good test for them too. I feel like Jacksonville Jags team right now. Last time I seen them play, they have been, relatively subpar as far. I mean, Trevor Lawrence with him is that you could say he could look good in one game and then look like absolute dog shit the next game. I think with him, it really comes down to this: where you want to be. Do you want to just be an elite quarterback, or do you want to be a subpar quarterback? Last time we talked about Trevor Lawrence in a light like that was when they went to the playoffs. They beat the Chargers in a wild card, and everybody was thinking, "Oh, Trevor Lawrence, maybe he might be living up to that." But for this season, I think right now is being level headed. Right now, I've seen a lot of plays to where Trevor Lawrence would throw an interception one play, and then would look like a fucking superstar the next play. So it's interesting to see how this Jags team is. I don't think they really make a lot of noise. I think right now they just found a way to win games. But as the season goes along and teams find their niche and groove, um, it's more so like, can they can they find a groove themselves? Are they going to be a team that we're going to say, oh, they had a good start and they continue with a good start? Or are they going to be a team that feel me, oh, they started 3-1, but they started racking up a bunch of L's? So this is a big game for them too as well. Coming off a Chiefs team that's, I felt like, finding confidence as well, had enough time to rest, and is well locked in. Shit, I'm pretty excited to see this game too as well. I think when I'm looking at this Jags team as well, Travis Etienne has been doing most of the work for them for their running back position. Brian Thomas, who I believe could be a good receiver in this league, maybe top 10 receiver, just need to get a couple certain looks to get him going too as well. And I'm looking at all that. It's just like Jags, they'll be a 500 team, maybe 7-9-19. Like, feel me? There'll be a team that's just 500 under the dot though. But this week, this game against the Chiefs is gonna show. Feel me? Can they go 4-1 or feel me? They're gonna be like a subpar team. So I'm excited to see that.
No, yes, it's going to be interesting to see how the Jaguars take this challenge, right? This is a team that they're going up in against the Chiefs that have been in the Super Bowl damn near every year. They're over the last 3 years. So this is not a team that you want to take lightly. The Jaguars are young and hungry, so this is one that they should really want to try to make a statement. So I'm definitely gonna have my eyes on that matchup. Moving on though, last night, in the final game, 8 o'clock game on Sunday, the Bills versus Drake. Yeah, Drake. On Drake May. Drake May. The Bills. I don't know really what happened last night. It felt like the Bills really could just never really get it going. Right. James Cook only about 48 yards rushing. I expected him to go for at least 90. Right. I was really expecting the Bills to kind of blow this team out, but I feel like the football god said, yeah, after this week, no one else is gonna be undefeated. Like that little thing is just over. So the Patriots just found a way to win. Shout out to Drake May though, because he started off the season struggling. That does happen with just a lot of rookie QBs. But look, when it came down to its importance and when the game was on the line and when he had to make all the right throws, all the right plays, that is what he did.
Right.
So you got to give him credit for that. I remember one play to where he had to just get that first down. He literally has a defender holding on to him. He has to stiff arm the guy and still make the plays. Now, I'll give the MVP to Stephon Diggs,
Yep.
right? Coming back to the place that
That nigga got
fan.
a baby on the way.
All right, hold on. Can I talk, or do you want what
Waffle,
the
I had
fuck?
to put that out there, bro. He wanted that game, bro.
So Stephon Diggs, after dealing with crazy ass Cardi B all day, I'm surprised he had his mind just ready for this game. But the true athletes will when you're going up against your old squad, especially when they give you away. I don't think this was a mutual separation. This is where the Bills just wanted to go in a different direction. He ends up going there, and this game meant a lot to him. I could tell he was making all the big plays, but he wanted that touchdown. He wanted it badly.
Hell
Every
yeah.
time he would get close, you would see him like he wants it, but he's proud that what his team was doing. Where I was seeing what he was doing on the sidelines, just keeping everybody involved, keeping the spirits up, because they knew it was anyone's game. At any moment, Josh Allen could turn to that MVP, Josh Allen, and just put this game to rest. So the Patriots had to make the right decisions, the right plays, and that's what they did. They go on to 3-2. Um, yeah, and this is just good momentum. There's certain things for teams that have been struggling or even rookie QBs. Certain games and moments matter, right? So to go up against Josh Allen and to win that battle, that's gonna do a lot for this kid's confidence. So this was a great win for the Patriots. Seems like they're moving in the right direction. It seems like they got their guy, their quarterback, after losing Tom Brady, and then, you had the Mac Jones of the world, the Cam Newtons, right? So shout out my boy Cam. But yeah, great win for them. I'm pretty sure New England was getting drunk all the rest of the night, clam chowder flying everywhere. I used to go to freaking school out there. I know how these Patriots fans get once they are winning. Trust me, they love football. They love their team. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Watching this game, I had a feeling. I'm not gonna lie, I had a feeling that this game was gonna be relatively close. I think just the agenda of the Stephon Diggs returning back made everybody want to play a little bit harder. And when I'm watching a guy like Drake May, that is their future quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. I think that kid might be good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to jump the gun too early because feel me, it's a long season once again and all types of shit. But every time I watch Drake May play, he's very poised and very strategic. I think second coming to Brady. And yeah, that might be a drag right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
Drake May is
you
the second
can't
coming of
just
Tom Brady,
that's
man. Yo,
disrespectful, bro.
yo, clip this.
No,
Seb
that's
said
disrespectful,
Drake
bro.
May is the second coming of Tom motherfucking Brady. Yeah, I said it.
But here's my thing. You wouldn't say that if he wasn't on the Patriots. You wouldn't even make so because he's on the Patriots, he's the second
Yes,
coming of Tom Brady.
yes, yes. I'm watching this kid play. He's making the right reads, bro. And
I
everything.
know, but hold on. You're a special guy because I didn't know you can get CTE from watching football.
Yes,
I thought
yes,
like you had
yes,
to get hit a couple times.
yes. The
This
Patriots are
nigga
back.
just watches it and his brain's getting fucked. Bro, I don't listen, bro. People say Patrick Mahomes was the closest thing to Tom Brady. So are now you saying Drake May is gonna be better than Patrick Mahomes?
Did I say he's gonna be better?
No, cause no, you know what I'm saying. People say the closest thing to Tom Brady is Patrick Mahomes. Am I bugging?
No, you're not bugging. You're not bugging.
Okay, so are you saying that Drake May will be better than Patrick Mahomes or on the same level?
I think he'll win you one.
No, that's not what I
No,
asked
no,
you
no, no, no,
though.
no, no. Chill, 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 chill,
I
chill.
know.
I
Go,
think
go,
he'll
go,
win you
go,
one.
go, 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 go.
I think he'll win you one.
Have your fun. I'm not saying nothing.
I think he'll win you one. I think he needs the right fucking running back, bro. They had like three fucking running backs out there. Ramondre Stevens is like a fucking he's Westbrook. And
He
when
was
I say
good. Like
Westbrook,
he was good last night. I mean,
no, before he leads the league in fumbles, bro. He fumbled like twice.
I'm just saying last night he got into the end zone.
No, he did.
He did his
That's what
job.
I'm
Like, oh,
saying.
that's what I'm
Hear me out,
saying.
hear me out, hear me out. You know how you have these boneheaded plays, but then you do something that makes up for it? It's like that. Like you feel it's half and half. Like you could expect him to do some type of good, but you could expect the nigga to fuck up on the field too. And one more thing. Prayers up to Antonio Gibson. Just found out reports that he tore his ACL. Somebody that came into the game right now, running back too, that definitely was giving him a little bit of momentum sparks too before he went down. I want to see how it plays out for their running back situation now. Are they gonna run with Trayvon Henderson? Somebody, I believe that's their rookie running back that was supposed to, supposed to take that starting spot, but shit, Ramondre Stevenson saved his damn near career once again, getting those 2 touchdowns too in a big win against the Bills too. So I'm looking at all that, and more so how it's gonna look moving forward too. I like Stephon Diggs. I like him for this team very much too. And I just seen the enthusiasm and the veteran leadership that he brought to this team, though. He demanded effort out of everybody. You see, like you said to a point, he was very animated on the sidelines. He was animated when he wanted that touchdown where he got stopped at the first. Where he got stopped at what, first and goal? And you
Yeah,
see,
yeah, like right at the 1 yard line.
yeah, he's like this, boom, banging on the turf. Mad as fuck, he didn't get that touchdown. You see that. So I feel like if you're a team like that, to where you have all this energy going around you. You found your quarterback. You definitely could do something too. So if I could see more out of that from the Patriots, that's the team for the future. I wouldn't say necessarily now. So I'm saying, I think right now that was a great win for them. For the Bill side of things, I haven't spoke about the Bill side of things just yet. I just think that they're it just happened. You just lose. You're not going to win every game. I just think the team came in more hungrier. There was more of an agenda in that locker room, more so than it was for the Bills. James Cook couldn't get it going to, like you said, too, as well. They said, I don't know if he has a lingering injury or something like that, too, but he couldn't break out of a tackle for nothing. He wasn't as explosive as we're used to seeing him play. And yeah, that came back and that was it. Other than that, they had a lot of times where they were rotating him out with Ty Johnson or Ray Davis that was getting touches too, and that led to about nothing too as well. So I say offensively they couldn't get shit going. Josh Allen made some, late game heroic plays too, but it wasn't enough for that team. So interesting game. I feel like the Bills are just gonna take this one and just sweep it under the rug. It's like it is what it is, and like we got spanked or nothing like that. But for the Patriots side of thing, that's a game that you take and then you build some type of momentum off that. You know what I'm saying? Like these big marquee games, Sunday night football, you're going against the team that's undefeated, and you beat an undefeated team. You take that momentum, you run with it. Feel me? Whoever your next opponent is, you should handle business. And I'll tell you right now, who is the next? The New England Patriots. Patriots are back, baby. Shout out my son Flight too. That's the biggest Patriot fan I know. It's crazy. Yeah. They play the Titans next. So you take that and you run with it, bro.
Yeah, shout out to the Patriots. I I agree with what you were saying about the Bills. I didn't not putting really any stock into this loss. Like I said, the offense has never really got going, and it just never did. It was like you kept trying to get the stove to where you keep hearing the and you just can't get that fire to start, like, or you try to light the lighter, and you feel like you see a little spark, and it's just nothing left. So yeah, that was just when they got a they got that little I don't want to say ass whooping, but they took an L to a team they should have beat, and they just got to bounce back next week. Last topic, the Colts. The Colts are a good team, and Daniel Jones is good.
Indiana
Um,
Jones.
so I can't. I feel like maybe the last time we kind of seen this was with maybe Baker Mayfield, to where it was looking like he just wasn't gonna be in the league too much longer. Remember Daniel Jones with the Vikings last year, and he was the backup QB, right? And he said all the right things. He never seemed frustrated. Was just being a great locker room guy. Gets his opportunity with the Colts and has never looked back. Right? It's reminding me of when James Harden went to the Rockets after leaving OKC, and he was able to do his own thing and he never looked back, became one of the best scorers that we ever seen. Daniel Jones has been a top five QB in the NFL this season. It's been undeniable. He's making all the right reads, all the right passes. He's trusting in his receivers. And then Jonathan Taylor. This was a guy that you spoke highly about. I wasn't My eyes weren't on him too much the first couple of weeks, but he's very good. I believe 3 touchdowns yesterday.
Let's fucking beat
So
them.
he's just doing his thing, and this team has a very great offense. Their defense is decent. This is a team that you're gonna have to, if you get matched up with them in the playoffs, you're in for a tough one. But that's the only thing. They'll get through the regular season from what I've seen. I don't know if I'll put money down on Daniel Jones in the playoffs. That's a whole nother type of animal. You got to be even more swift with your decisions. You got to make sure you are 100% locked in. I would have to see that. But I do think they have been great this regular season. I don't want to say they're Super Bowl contenders just because I need to see Daniel Jones in a playoff type matchup, playoff atmosphere. But they are very good right now.
Yeah, to your point, I definitely do agree. They're definitely fucking rolling though. Who they play last against the Raiders?
Yeah, the last team they just played. Yeah, yesterday, yeah, Raiders. So they put belt
Oh,
to ass.
I mean, shit, bro. If I played against the Raiders, bro, y'all would have y'all would have thought I was a Pro Bowl quarterback, bro. Them niggas can't do shit. Yo, Max Crosby, bro, you wasting your talents over there, bro. Yo, go to a real team, bro. I don't know what it is about the Raiders, bro. Them niggas suck, bro. But yeah, to your point too, Indiana Jones revitalizing his career, bro. And you know, it was that real that they put belt to ass on the Raiders that we even got to see Anthony Richardson too. The one that was supposed to be, you feel me, they quarterback one just a year or two ago. But this team right now is rolling. To your point, Daniel Jones has been their quarterback too, but I do give a lot of credit to Jonathan Taylor. Just what he's able to do with just receiving and rushing too. It expands the game out too as well. Everybody had a piece of the pie in that game too as well. I'm looking at a guy like Tyler Warren. That's a special tight end too for them too as well. I'm looking at him and just how he's able to maneuver in his routes and get a little bit of feel me a couple first downs. You know, when you get close to the end zone, just makes it a little bit easier for Jonathan Taylor to operate too. I'm looking at a guy like Josh Downs too. Came in with Alec Pierce being out, is able to step into the role and get a couple of receptions too for them as well. I'm missing a couple other players too, but for the most part, what I've seen from this Colts team is that it's an offense that's spread heavy too. It's not just relied on one person too. So Daniel Jones is the quarterback too, but everybody plays a role too, a specific role for their team too as well. So, like you said, I don't know if they're going to be Super Bowl contenders, but at the same time, this is a hell of a team to watch too. Offensively, they're fun to watch. They get after it on defense too, and this is a team that maybe we look later on in the season that will say, okay, maybe they might have something going to. They're on a momentum right now too. They're on a high. Don't get me wrong. The fucking the coach right now, they're on a high right now to where they can't do no wrong possible. The last game that they lost, who they lose to? Actually, let me look at it up right now. Colts, Indiana, baby, Indiana Jones. Let me tell you who they lost to. They lost to the Rams. And the thing is, with me, when I see a loss, I'm one of those people. It's like, yeah, you lost, but in the fashion of how you lost. It took a late game heroic from Matthew Stafford to throw to that deep ball threat Tutu Atwell to for them to even get close and to win that game too. So I'm looking at that one loss. They competed the fuck out of a Rams team that is tough too. So I'm looking at the Colts right now. I'm not gonna say too much, feel me, but at the same time, is they should be on teams' radar as a team that we should not take lightly anymore. Daniel Jones in New York is not the same as Indiana Jones, and I think if this season has just shown thus far that that's how what it's come to, then feel me, you got to just keep watching. But I think I know it, you know it. We've been very impressed with what we see from the Colts thus far, though. So this is a momentum that's going to keep moving forward for them. Let me check their schedule once again. Their next game is against the Cardinals, Chargers. Feel me? I wouldn't say their real necessary test is till November 23rd against the Chiefs, or maybe November 2nd against the Steelers too. But other than that, though, shout out to the Colts, man. Shout out to Indiana Jones for revival. Ah, yeah, fuck.
Go ahead, go ahead, Chess. Mm.
Wait, that
Nigga
was
about nigga about to throw up.
that was
Nigga
crazy.
tearing your
All
chest.
right, let me get you a chest. I need some water real quick.
Nah, time, smack,
Oh,
time. Like
shout out to you.
that's round. That's round.
Shout out to
Um,
the Colts for shout out to Indiana Jones for revitalizing his career. There we go.
we don't want to hear that. That
There
round
we
is
go.
done, bro. We
Oh,
don't want to hear that.
you ain't never choked before?
Hey, yo, do you
Oh,
don't ask another man does he have a joke?
hey, I heard it plenty times in battle rap, bro. Don't do that, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah. So, the last thing I just wanted to say, Daniel Jones is now QB1. Period. So if I'm Anthony Richardson, I don't know you want to trade or you just about to be QB2. You ain't, no, that job is long gone. Yep. You ever seen when a job's been posted on a site and it's available and then you check another day and that shit is gone? That QB1 spot is done. So
Yeah, bro. That shit's
he's exceeded expectations. So yeah, I'm done with that. I don't care about Carmelo Anthony, Jason Richardson, Anthony Richardson, Colton.
yeah, you're done, buddy.
But
Question. I got a question that was brought to me.
yes.
So the question was, what team do you think is or is close to flawless so far? Not based on wins, but in terms of team chemistry, completed passes, coaching, gameplay, and execution.
What was the question?
Let me break it down. What team do you think is or is close to flawless, but so far not based on wins, but in terms of team chemistry, completed passes, coaching, gameplay, and execution?
Where'd you get this question from?
Just answer the question, bro.
This seems like a question Jock would say.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck? Like, um, based off all the teams right now, I'm I would still either have to say just, and it's not really based off the record, but just what I've seen, how they could move the chain on both ends. I would either have to say the Eagles or the Bills, even though they're both just coming off of losses. When I watch them play, besides how they kind of performed like just literally yesterday, before those games, they were the flawless teams, and that's because they were one. That's kind of hard to say not based off a record because the good teams for the most part are gonna have a good record. Like so, but I would have to say, and if I had to choose one, I would just say the Eagles. And I just say the Eagles because like I said before yesterday, they didn't lose since I believe that was November. And especially what they do on the offensive end. I feel everyone knows their roles and yeah, there are gonna be some egos, but I just feel they're just the best team put together on just paper, period. If you're not talking about no record, just who's on the roster, I would have to say the Eagles.
to me, I would have to say I'm gonna say a team that you probably wouldn't even think, but I would have to say the Buccaneers. I
No.
think just for hold on, stay with me real quick, bro. Don't go too far, bro. Don't go too far. Just stay with me real quick, though. For the manner and the how they won their games thus far in games this year, I think right now they're just a team that has a bunch of chemistry too. No matter who's in and out the lineup, And right now, they're a team that just lost Mike Evans. They lost Bucky Irving with a shoulder injury. Yet they're still finding these ways to win these games too, and they have a next man up mentality too. And their receiver one, who I think is clear as day, is their receiver one in Emeka Obuka, has shown that he's running away with offensive rookie of the year. Like it's clear as day, bro. Like feel me, you could just whatever it is on any betting app, you take Emeka Obuka for offensive player of the year, you throw your fucking mortgage on it, you throw your life savings, you take a second mortgage out on the house, and you throw a Mecca Buka for offensive player of the year because that kid is special too. And Baker Mayfield is a he's a quarterback that in them 2 minute warnings, that shit pressure is nothing to him, bro. I'll give it to him. And then the game, I don't know if you've seen the game against Seattle, that game that just went on. That was a hell of a game too. I'm talking about two teams that really went after it. That
Nah,
was
I
the
know you're laced off that game right now. That's what you're doing.
that was a great game too. And guess what? Baker Mayfield once again showed that once you give him enough time too, he's showing that he could do what Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady do. If you give enough time on the clock, he could get a 2 minute in 2 minutes. He can make something happen. I'm not saying this to the degree of them though, but I've seen it on numerous occasions now to where Baker Mayfield he has that in him now to where you give it to as long as he gets the ball back with time left on the clock, he could make something happen. He could get something into field goal range. And mad respect for that too. But I'm looking at this team last night. I'm just like, they had no business being in that game with the Seahawks. The Seahawks team that is rolling, filming. Sam Darnold has came in and revitalized this team too. I'm looking at all that too. But yet they made it happen. Rashad White came through, running back two, came through and then handled his business too, had 2 touchdowns. K-Dine. K-Don wants to come to the party when I wave K-Don for my fantasy team. Now all of a sudden he wants to catch all these passes. You want to do X, Y, and Z, man. You want to run a couple routes. You want to do this and that and the third. He did this thing too. Chris Godwin is back now. Somebody that you don't necessarily have to, ramp him up quickly because you do have a wide receiver one too. So he can say Sterling Shepard, who was an afterthought when he was on the fucking Giants, now actually has an important role. So I'm looking at that is when I look at a team like that, I look at a team that's next man up mentality thus far. I look at a team right now that's very poised and their quarterback, you might have an MVP nod out of me, Baker Mayfield, because all these games have been close.
Yeah. All right. So they beat the Seahawks. I don't put any stock into that. Whoever does, God bless you. I don't care about that game. Who they play last week? I'll
Who
tell you. They played the Eagles. And what happened? They lost. So when you play up against these championship caliber teams, that's what I can go off of. Not them playing the Seahawks, and not saying the Seahawks have been bad this season because they haven't. Like I would never say they have, but I that doesn't move the chains for me because they had a shootout against the Seahawks. When the game that really was supposed to be a statement game, when everyone was picking the freaking Tampa Bay, oh that's the kryptonite to the Eagles. That's in the Eagles. They lost.
Yeah, hell of a team though. But feel me, you see how much it takes just to beat the Eagles. It
So if you're
literally,
saying MVP nods, you want to give MVPs. What is the record against the elite teams? Not being up against the Seahawks.
I mean, how are we going to define an elite team though? Are we going to go for power rankings?
Teams that have
I
been
know. I'm just saying, if you want to
teams
go
that
for power,
you asked me a question and then I'm trying to answer. You said no. I'm trying to say what's the question then?
I'm just saying, are we going off of power rankings or like what
I'm
teams that
not
just went to
going
the
off of
Super Bowl?
power. No, I'm not going off of power. I'm going off teams who I've seen in the Super Bowl the last 2 to 3 seasons. Teams that always make the playoffs. Always teams that always have great record. Teams like those. The Seahawks haven't been doing that. No, like. Yeah, but no damn power ranking right now that was created by three white men in their basement. Cookies rolling off the damn stomach. Like, no.
Saying that we're going only off the Chiefs
I'm going off the last 2 to 3 seasons of
and Rams.
consistency. I'm not talking about the Chiefs.
Oh no,
But yeah,
but
the Chiefs have been a mile of excellence, so that's not my fault.
But I'm
That's
just saying, time out. If we're going off that, we're going off teams that just made the Super Bowl, or we're going off teams that
I said okay, you're taking bits of what I said a full
Not,
sentence.
I'm
I
just
just
asking you.
said teams that over the last 2 to 3 seasons have showed consistency with making the playoffs and being in the Super Bowl. Now, of course, you're gonna say the Chiefs because they've been the model of excellence. That's just a fact. So we have to say them. They've been there because they've been consistent. The
Okay,
Seahawks have
so
been good to start this season. You can't take that away. That is a fact. But because to me, and it's just me, just because the Buccaneers beat them, that's not me now thinking Baker Mayfield should be MVP and this is the most put together team. I can't say that.
okay, fair enough. But if we could just take a dive into MVP race just earlier in the season, we're not going to put no stock into it. I just want to see where everybody lands. Let's see the MVP race for this year thus far, and I'll share the screen thus far, just let people see what's going on. MVP power rankings, power card. Let me bring this up into the screen, and then you see if you agree or disagree. All right, so we got number 6, Jordan Love. Do we too high or too low?
Mm,
All right.
I think about right, but I need to see who else is on this to see that. I'm not mad at 6.
Baker Mayfield, top 5.
Um,
Oddly enough,
okay.
fair enough. Number 4, Puka Nakua. I'm not even mad at that.
He's been arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL this season. I'm not mad.
Okay. Then we got number 3, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, yeah.
Too
He
high.
might. I think he could be two.
Okay, and now we got Josh Allen at 2. So who the fuck is 1? Yo, I
Hmm.
promise you, if I see Daniel Jones at number 1,
Listen, who's number one? I listen. I'm not mad at that. Listen, who's
yo,
number one?
we're about to see right now.
All
You
right, we're
ready?
not sponsored by Home Depot. Can you get off this shit, bro? I don't give a
Yo,
the Home
man,
Depot.
Jared Goff? What the fuck?
Nah,
Jared Goff
so
number one?
I would say Jared Goff maybe top 10, top 12, but I wouldn't have him at one. No, because I
Jared
would put
Goff?
I'm putting Jonathan Taylor over him. I'm putting who was there? Mm, Has Jared Goff been better than Baker Mayfield and Jordan Love?
No. Jared Goff he's been okay, but the thing that makes it all right, let me stop sharing this real quick. And this is no disrespect to Jared Goff, because I told you I like watching Lions games though. Well, there's one thing about Jared Goff, we're not gonna miss it. He's a hell of a quarterback though. He's an arm slinging quarterback though, but he has a hell of an offense to where he doesn't have to do too much. I really watched fucking David Montgomery throw a fucking touchdown pass last night off of trick plays. Their offense under Dan Campbell has given him so much flexibility to where everybody's a star in their role. Like, everybody's going to get a piece of the pie. So if you tell me Jared Goff is the main function for that, he's a hell of a quarterback, but I can't put him as an MVP. I can't do that. He's a
I
hell of a
can't. I
quarterback.
mean, we can't. You gotta choose a side then, Seb, on how you feel about a system and what QB is in it. Because we spoke about Mac Jones last week, and you just was saying he's doing this thing. So what? He's in a good system. Now what?
Okay, yeah, but you telling me out of everybody you watch, and we watch numerous, Sundays were locked in. The tickets are ready. Feel me? We might look at the live spread. We doing all this. You tell me on your opinion, and this is between us now. Fuck what they're saying right now. You tell me. You look at Jared Goff. Do you think he's the MVP of the league? In your
No,
opinion.
I just told you no. I wouldn't have him on.
So who would you have?
I ain't probably Jonathan Taylor.
I'm not mad at that.
Like I mean, and if you want to say Daniel Jones, yeah, I think for Daniel Jones not to be in that graphic right there, I think is criminal. Because Daniel Jones has been better than Jordan Love. Like so, I mean, like I don't.
The fact that I agree with you on that too.
It just no, it's a fact. So I mean, but I would say it would have to be one of the Colts player based off expectation going into the season and
Right.
what they're doing right now. I would have to say either Daniel Jones because he is the QB or Jonathan. I'll say Jonathan Taylor for me. If I had to pick anyone right now, has been the best overall player in the NFL.
Right. I definitely do agree with that too. And I think it's to a extent to where Jonathan Taylor is giving flashes of, I'd say, Christian McCaffrey in 2023, to where he was in the MVP race. But you know how I feel like the MVP is just so quarterback heavy,
Or
like
you mean
heavy.
like Saquon last year?
Yeah, where you could have threw Saquon Barkley for MVP, but it went a different route and just gave it to Josh Allen too. Which I'm not gonna disagree with that though. I think when a running back or a wide receiver, they always give them the offensive player of the year though. But without that offense, you wouldn't be in the position you are. Without the help of Jonathan Taylor, and this is no discredit to Daniel Jones whatsoever, but I think when you have that type of player, it's just like he's valued more. Like if he was off the field, that would take like a hurt on you, like a stint on your gameplay. You know what I'm saying though? So if we're gonna do an MVP this year, I wouldn't mind it being Jonathan Taylor. At the rate he's going, if he continues this type of success with the Colts too, I would have him as MVP. And I didn't
Yeah,
even look at that too. That's crazy.
yeah, but shout out to all those people that they are listed. They're all playing well, so shout out to all of them. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if within another 3 weeks they have a whole different six names up there. But yeah, the NFL right now is picking up. It is cooking up. People are starting to try to jockey for these positions and trying to get as healthy as possible to try to make a run. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Now, just real quick, just donkey of the day. The Arizona Cardinals. Just the entire team. Like, if I would wish to see what the percentage was as every minute went by for them to win that damn game against the Titans, and somehow they just found a way to lose. I don't even know how that's possible. Cam Ward wasn't even really that good either. They just completely collapsed. One of the craziest collapses we've ever seen, I want to say, in NFL history. And yeah, so I don't know where the Cardinals even go from here. That's a type of game that could really deflate a team. Like, damn. Just damn. The Cardinals do the entire roster. Gets donkey the other day. I believe they went up like 21-0. And then it was like just nothing went right after that. Absolutely nothing. Whoever had the Cardinals money line, damn. Like, I'm pretty sure you went into work today just you probably got in your car, the coffee spilled on the pants, traffic on the highway. Like you just having one of those days. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Just to the whole just to the whole Arizona. Damn, damn.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Mark. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. And you see why. Them niggas suck, bro. Yo, the biggest fumble. We might have to replay that. Hold on, man. I like clips for this episode. We're just gonna have to replay that, man. Shit got so real. The fucking coach punched that nigga on the sideline.
Nah, cause there was just no way that the Cardinals should have lost that game. In some way, they just did. Like, they couldn't hold on to the ball, fumbling and just yeah, just an epic collapse. One of the worst fourth quarters we've just ever seen executed. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole team was just waved. And
Kyler Murray went to the back. He had to leave for a little bit. Let me try to pull up this clip though. My fault, just.
no, the NFL gods was just working yesterday. They made sure there was no more undefeated teams. They made sure Spencer Rattler, whatever this kid's name is, they made sure he got his first win. They made sure the Titans won. Like, don't the only team that they didn't bless was the New York Jets. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm.
I feel bad for the Jets. I'm not gonna lie.
Nigga, no, you don't.
I feel bad, bro. Cause it's like they young, bro, and they gonna make these mistakes. But it's like, damn, bro, you can't give me one.
Ugh, like, they just can't.
I can't find this shit. Let me see one more time. Yes, Amari DeMarcado. Let's see. Reddit. Let's see if we can find some clips on Reddit. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna show you donkey of the day. What really cost him the game, and I'd say everybody's favorite. You know, we gotta put blame on somebody. So let me share the screen once again. We'll take a look at this.
Stunning turn of events. What looked to be a 72-yard touchdown run has been overturned. The officials looked at it. They deemed that DeMercado lost the handle before the ball broke the plane. It rolls out of the back of the end zone, and it's ruled a touchback for Tennessee as we check in with Gene. Just incredible.
This nigga work for Vegas. There's just no way, bro. This nigga walks in and said, "Nah, I don't want it. Nah, I'm good." But
Nah, he definitely works for FanDuel, bro. You don't do that. Oh shit, bro. Yeah, that was probably his first touchdown in like some years, bro.
now there's just some shit. You look like a dickhead.
Let's see.
Like and that's just one of those moments right there, man.
Let me read
Yeah.
the comments. I'm not one to blame a single player for a loss, but his mistakes are so crucial and come back to bite us.
No, yeah, cause you score right there. It's just like, yeah, like, and the game is probably over, and no, you just decided to, you wanted to celebrate, but
Like, act like you've been here before.
no, but at least get into the end zone, bro. Then if you want to do a backflip, you want to jump into the stand, you want to hit the Dougie nigga, then do your thing, but you got to get in there first, brother.
I gotta look at the coach. The coach really, hold on. That's crazy. Let's see. What is it? Honeymoon phase is over. Yeah, you see when they started blaming the coach. All right, yeah. You watching this shit? Let me see if I still got it. Yo, you know how fed up you gotta be? Let me replay this. Look how fed up you gotta be. Look how fed up you gotta be, bro. Yo, that nigga was fed up.
Yeah, nobody likes losing.
Clock running inside of 5 minutes. Ward goes through his progressions. Everyone covered, slings it back. It's deflected and picked.
Oh, this is the
Taylor Demerson. And then
yo, if I ever see, imagine you have fucking Cardinals money line, and you think the game is out of reach. Then, first of all, a play like this happened. A free play.
clock running inside of 5 minutes. Ward goes through his progressions. Everyone covered, slings it back. It's deflected and picked.
Nigga, yo,
Taylor Demerson, and then the football came out. Who recovers? Tennessee for the touchdown. In a
nigga found free
crazy
money on the ground.
sequence.
Nigga said, yo, you haven't found money on the fucking floor. Nigga said, okay.
Yo, hear me out, bro. Imagine, yo, imagine a nigga that had Tyler Lockett anytime touchdowns. Yo, imagine, bro, you had Tyler Lockett anytime touchdown scoring. This is how you get it, bro. Yo, nah, shit is. Yo, the fucking Arizona Cardinals, bro. They really shot themselves in the foot with that one, bro. Holy shit, bro. If we're talking about a collapse, bro, self-inflicted. It's not even like the fucking Titans was playing good or anything like that. It's really that they sold so bad though. Holy shit, bro. But I think the Arizona Cardinals team, bro, that's just
Yeah, so that's why I said they have to get Donkey of the day. So our team is officially filled with the trash team of the NFL. All the other spots have just been filled with all Cardinals players. Cause I don't understand how you literally catch the pick, nigga falls and that shit slips. And them niggas is just it looked like the football had fucking butter on it. It's like nigga, grab it. It's three of y'all and one of him. There's no way he gets to this shit. Like so, yeah, I don't know what happened in that locker room after that. Yeah, probably just damn.
Shit turned into the blame game. Well, you should
Yeah,
have.
a lot of heads down, a lot of finger pointing, a lot of yelling. I'm pretty sure a white person probably ended up saying nigger. Like it just got probably real bad in there. But we've been over an hour in, so that's really gonna do it for this episode of It's Debatable NFL Edition. We'll be back tomorrow because, like I said, we need to recap the Chiefs and Jaguars game. Yeah, and see what madness happens tonight. But thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at It's Debatable double underscore. Follow me at Justin Jones on Facebook for details and development. Free to wave, Jersey.